Well, hello there guys, and welcome to our stream of Carrier Deck here on Restream. We're going to be getting started pretty soon. I want to give everybody an opportunity to actually step into the chat, so for now we'll wait for that, and then we will get started, guys. Alright guys, so we're probably going to start on survival mode first. Like I said, I want to make absolutely sure everybody gets into the chat. So, hold on one second. Good to see you. Looks like we already have a few people here. Welcome everybody. So, we're going to be doing captain rank. This is going to be a little harder than the obvious starting rank here, and it's been a while since I've played the game, so I'm definitely learning or relearning a lot here. So one thing I'm going to do is go ahead and set up an air queue for this actual plane, and actually it's not this one, it's this one, the A6. So I'm going to move the A6 out to basically start searching for enemy planes. Let's take a look, go ahead and fast forward just a little bit just to get him started. And actually, I was worried about this. I think the A6 can only fly from this area and can only fly missions to support the actual submarines. So we're going to go ahead and move him over here. And we already have some issues here with some possible land targets. We've got to go into our actual drop-down menu to find the land targets. So I'm not going to worry about them too much right now. In fact, hold on one second, guys. I want to exit to menu and change a few options here. We've actually done survival in the past. If those of you that are new to the game, if you guys want to see the campaign instead, let me know and we can make that happen. I want to go and lower these a bit. Move back just a bit. And we'll go ahead and jump into survival once again. We're going to take Lieutenant just to get started, just sort of get back in the groove. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just set up a good old recon mission. We'll queue up an F-18. And of course, before we do that, we've got to go ahead and load her up with some nice armaments. I'm going to do the same with these other guys. As you can see, I'm loading these guys up with different kinds of armaments. You can actually see the ground crew approaching these planes to go ahead and get them loaded. Over here, I'm going to do the same, load these up for submarine warfare. And in general, these particular helicopters are best are mostly used for submarine warfare. Of course, if we get into ground combat, which we won't be getting into at least this part of the stream, you really have to be quite careful. So we're going to go ahead and set this guy up for an air mission, the F-18. Go ahead and send him out. Now, the thing about the F-18, he is able to see a lot, but not nearly as much as we'd like. So we're going to go ahead and start setting up these beautiful little guys here, and they're actually quite large planes. I think they're going to do very well against the enemy. I'm also going to go ahead and send this guy out to go ahead and see if he can't find anything. So we're going to take the S3, put him in the queue, and he should be able to fly out. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and also get this guy here to search for enemy ships. And actually, we should get this guy to search for enemy ships. So let me reset this. I'm going to move him back. You also have to be very aware of moving around the deck. I'm sure we're going to get some losses due to just getting hit accidentally moving around the deck. These guys tend to like to crash into each other. So let's go ahead. Oh! Cancel. Let's go ahead and switch this over to a EC2. Here we go. And the EC2 is perfect at spotting enemy targets. He also flies fairly slowly for a reason, of course. So I think this might be the perfect plane to be sending out right now. Let's get the free cam up. So far, I don't see any targets. It looks like we've been pretty lucky. And no targets over here for our subs either. for now, I want to go ahead and take a look at the chat. Hey, how's it going, Sentu? Vintertar, good to see you, man. Dorfus, and also hello to all of our folks on YouTube. Good to see you guys as well. Okay. No targets, guys. So far, we're pretty safe. I will take this plane, though. Queue up the EC2.
Mission prep. Hawk 370, good to go.
There we go. And as you can see, we've already spotted an enemy hostile. So I'm going to queue up an F-18 to attack them. This is why I like to sort of set these guys up before the mission, so that they can react very quickly. And let's kill this bastard. Here we go. Get him, son. Get him. This guy's going to be coming in for a landing pretty soon. Don't forget, you can also fast forward like this. And there we go. One plane down. Enemy plane destroyed. We've got an enemy warship coming in, and really good timing once again. So we're going to go ahead and queue up an F-18 and destroy this bastard.
Good to go. Launch when ready.
We also have a jet coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and land. Let's take a look at the landing camera here. And he managed to land on the hook. I mention this almost every time I do a Let's Play in Carrier Deck, and that is that the hook is actually a real thing. So what the hook refers to are these lines that you see on the landing deck. And ostensibly, they're supposed to hook or catch the plane. That's why they're referred to as the hook. But often in this game, or really just in real life, you will have a plane fly off the hook. And generally when that occurs, you need to take off again if you have enough power. If you don't have enough power and the hook manages to stop you but doesn't manage to keep you in place, you could be facing a crash into the ocean, or even worse, a crash into the tower here, and obviously be in some serious trouble. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and set this guy up. Q-18, F-18, I should say. We're queuing the F-18, and it looks like that ship is coming in really fast. So let me actually get rid of this. Select the ship. Q. Go for it. Let's go, boys.
Mongoose 412, clear for launch. Good hunting.
This guy out of the way. You don't want anybody on the landing deck once you actually start landing planes for obvious reasons. We've got a second ship. We definitely want to arm this guy up. So let's go ahead and give him some much-needed surface weapons. For those of you that were wondering, we've had this question asked a lot in our Carrier Deck streams. Is this game also for iPod, etc., or iPad, I should say? Yes, it is. You can get this for PC or iPad, so it works for both, really. And in both, it's really quite a fun experience. Looks like we've got our other one coming in, our other plane. It's not the EC2. It's a bit too small for an EC2. But we're going to send him on another submarine mission, so I'm going to go ahead and post him up over here, set him up with some armaments, and send him back out. Alright, here we go. Oh, we do have a land target! My goodness. We're going to have to change this to possibly land targets. Unload ordnance. Actually, let's just go ahead and prep for the land target. Come on, come on! No, no! No, this is just... Here we go. No! Oh, I hope this... I don't think we got it. There we go. Cancel this. Cancel this. Q. Go. We might get it, just barely, but I don't think we will. Alright, we have to start bringing these bad boys out. Let's bring down the elevator. We've definitely got to be careful with the helicopter here. Drop him right there. Alright, so I want to see if we can actually queue up a chopper to take this guy out. We might need to go ahead and queue up a different plane. And quite frankly, I've never tried this before. So let's go ahead and queue up an F-18. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do, but you know what? Let's try it out. It looks like this F-18 is badly damaged. He's definitely taken some hits in his last fight. But he's going to have to go after these ground targets, and I hope that he's prepared. Because this is not going to be an easy fight. Let's go ahead and load this guy up for submarine, for spotting submarines, I should say. And we should actually switch this guy over to also land missions. Alright, he's on the hook. Nice. Let's get this guy out. Go for it, son.
Cobra, it's 703 inbound to landing.
Hopefully this will take out the land targets, guys. Go ahead and load this guy up with some land ammo too.
758, mission prep.
And then I will take a look at the chat, make sure that you guys are still here and enjoying what we're doing, essentially.
Hostile submarine detected.
Oh boy, we got a hostile sub and nothing to take it out. Well, we do have something. Let's queue
Tower
up.
149er, mission confirmed.
Get out of here. Go, go, go. Go! There we go.
Carrier taking damage.
Oh! We still took a nasty hit there.
Elevator 1 out of order.
Alright, elevator 1 is out of order. That's definitely not good news for us. We need that thing to constantly be ready. We've got quite a lot of planes incoming here, so we want to be careful. Let's go ahead, target this guy. Q.
Otter 379er, mission ready.
Go for it, son. And we've got to rescue somebody, guys. I hate the rescue missions, but the fact is, you got to do what you got to do. You can't keep your pilots out there in the ocean, completely stuck. This is going to be really close with the EC2.
Ready for landing.
There we go. We got that land target. Beautiful. So 2 land targets dead, and for those of you that are new to the game, one thing about the land targets is they do the most damage. So those missile launchers you see, etc., they actually can do a tremendous amount of damage. And we're not going to stop that warship from attacking us, and that's a shame. In the meantime, I'm going to set this guy up for a warship search, and I'm going to go ahead and send this guy out as well. And look at that, we just got a Navy unit commendation. Very nice. Let's set this one up with some anti-submarine stuff. And let's go ahead. Oh! Already taking some hits.
Hostile aircraft detected. Angel 736 mission ready.
Also aircraft detected. Had we had our guys here beforehand, we would have been just fine. Sadly, we didn't.
Badger 758 inbound to landing.
But we're definitely about to get this guy. First, let's bring this guy back.
Carrier taking damage.
Ooh, and they just destroyed our ship.
Advised Cat 2
Really good shot there. I have to give it to the enemy.
Link
Queue up.
557, mission initiated.
Come on, boys. They just destroyed one of our beautiful planes. Definitely take a look here at the chat. We always like to hear your feedback, guys. How many carriers is Agrippa going to crash? We should have called this stream that. We usually do pretty well with surviving with the carriers. Like, we just manage to survive by the skin of our teeth. But one thing we do in this series is we get our carriers, or our planes, shot down a lot. Hello, Dorfus. Hello, Wavell. Good to see you, bud. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. We have to start, though. We definitely need a starting point. So, because we've already crashed, I think, 1. So, let's starting from the next crash, guys. That's when we're going to decide. We're going to start the countdown, basically. And Musso, you're going to need to count this down yourself, because I don't think I can follow along while trying to kill the enemy here. It's going to be tough. Let's move this guy out. Come on. We just got a presidential unit citation. My goodness. I don't know if Agrippa's doing better today or if I'm just having a lucky day. All right, let's definitely go for the submarine.
Link 557, request landing.
Let's go.
Good to go. Hostile aircraft detected. Operational.
All right, we got a hostile aircraft detected. I'm hoping we can set this guy up very quickly. He's on the hook. That's the good news. And we've also got this guy about to be taken out. We are playing survival mode, guys, so there is no real end. This is just continuously it's gonna keep going on until we lose. So I'm trying to see how long we can last. But I do want to bring some of these ships up. I don't want to forget about these guys. Nice. All right, let's grab this guy. Q.
Rover 178, mission ready.
I'm just going to set this guy up for a search mission. I know this is not the best ship for a search mission, or the best plane, but I don't think we have much of a choice. Alright, let's bring down the elevator over here as well. Bring this guy in. Bring this guy in. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Quickly, guys, quickly.
Hostile submarine detected.
Got a Chinook as well. Bring him up.
Carrier taking damage.
Oh, not much we can do about that hostile sub.
Be advised, capturing
We
live warning.
are going to go ahead and
Cobras.
add some ammo here.
Inbound to landing.
We're going to have to rescue one of these guys. Damn it! Alright, we're going to rescue with this chopper. We'll go ahead and outfit him with the necessary tools for a rescue. And does anybody know, in the United States military, or Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, all those things, do you guys know who's responsible for rescues? Let's see who knows. Primarily open ocean rescues.
Hostile submarine detected.
There's actually two, so if you guys can figure out these two, maybe we can give some codes to whoever can figure out the two branches that are responsible for rescues.
Be advised, Cat
On the ocean, of course. Alright, let's get this. Q. Go. Hopefully we can arm this guy first. Got hostile ships coming in. Hostile planes, I should say. We've already done a lot of damage to the enemy air force, the enemy fleet, whatever you want to call it.
Mongoose 412, mission ready.
Mongoose 412, go for it. And hopefully we can take out both of these submarines. Oh, let's get this guy out of the way. Nearly forgot. Nearly had a crash there, boys and girls. Not sure what I want to do with this guy. Now with these guys, I definitely want to move them out.
Angel 736 in queue for landing.
Q. Just barely got him, I think. I could be wrong.
Mission initiated.
And let's go ahead and bring this guy in.
In queue for landing.
Look at that, guys. We've got some more enemy planes coming in. You can see our ground crew is doing everything they can to try and get the best view here of what's going on. Go for it, boys. Get out of here.
Hawk 650, request landing.
Alright, one thing we've got to do, we've absolutely got to be careful with our landing planes because these planes are really, really close to each other. So if they're going to make this landing, they've got to be fast. Oh boy, this might not work out so well.
9-205, mission initiated.
Let's go ahead and see if we can get that rescue mission. Let's go ahead, queue up.
Hydro 407.
Get them, boys. Alright, she's back. Drop her off.
Good to go.
I'm gonna set this guy up for submarine warfare.
To landing.
And we'll go ahead and arm this guy for submarine warfare. Another thing to consider, if you guys notice, there's a button on here which is to refuel. A lot of people ask me, why is that button there? Why not just go ahead and arm the ship or arm the plane itself for whatever mission it's going after? And I actually learned this from a player of the game, that the reason you do that is if you refuel, the time it takes to rearm your plane is a lot less. So it definitely helps you in terms of speed. I'm not sure how much, but I would assume a significant amount. There we go. Oh my goodness, this is a big sub, guys. Could be a nuclear sub. We're gonna need some more helicopters to deal with these guys. And I'm pretty sure that our planes cannot go after submarines, but, and this is a big but, maybe these guys can. Nope, only amphibious assaults. Go for it, son. Alright, well, we're gonna set these guys up. Come on. Q.
Link 728, mission
This guy we
prep.
actually could send out for a mission. Go, boys.
Good to go.
Getting some serious enemies here. And actually, I've never launched with this particular aircraft here. So I'm curious to see how we're going to go about this. But I think we can launch it just like a regular helicopter. Just a slightly bigger one. Let's go ahead and queue up the V-22. And there she goes. Once again, I'm going to have to send this guy out just to go searching for some enemy planes. But it does look like our actual crew, or our crew on the carrier, has done a good job at repairing the planes. A lot of these planes were badly damaged before, and now not so much. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything we can do to stop that sub in time. Unless we're ultra fast. I just don't see it happening. Alright, we need to bring up another V-22.
Landing. 265, mission ready.
Oh, we're going to have to bring up another V-22. I think we've got another one here. Let's put him on.
We have 726 on down landing.
Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. We've got a lot of ships coming in all at once. Let's take a look here. Hello, Cloud Kukulander. One helicopter went for a dip, says Damien Narushima. Hope he drops at least one more, says Muso. You guys will definitely get at least one more before the end of the Let's Play. There's no doubt about that. We are playing survival, so we will be continuing until we're dead, pretty much. Oh boy, I was worried about that. Also got very dangerous incoming planes right now. They're going to be landing right after the other one, so I'm hoping that we get caught. There we go. Very, very lucky. I'm going to set this guy up. Nothing we can do about that. Get rid of that. Let's go for a search.
Cobra 7 taking damage.
And sure enough, look at that, guys. Major enemy ship. Not major. We just also lost one of our ships, 2 of our helicopters, due to incoming fire. I'll put this guy over here.
Be advised, Cat 4 operational.
Stay out of the way. There's nothing we can do about him, unfortunately.
Badger 229er, request landing. Good to go. Eagle 787.
Go for it, boys.
Banner 479er, taking damage. Eagle 315. Be advised, elevator 4 out of order. Be advised, elevator 2 operational.
Alright, let's load him up for some amphibious warfare. And Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal. I will say this, like, just no matter how we do, we've actually gotten quite a few achievements during this Let's Play, which is a little surprising to say the least. We're going to have to get one of these helicopters out of here. And I'm not sure how to go about it. We'll put him over here, because this guy's got to land. Alright, let's see if we can go for a different target.
Be advised, elevator 4 operational. Inbound to landing.
Let's go ahead and set him up for the ground combat. And for this, we're going to have to set up one of our planes.
Mission prep.
I'm actually going to go ahead and change it from an F-18 to something totally different, to an F-18-5.
Ready for landing. Jackal 2 and 3, mission ready.
Q. Go get him, boys. One thing I don't like is it definitely takes a while for that thing to get off the ground. And also we have a lot of planes incoming now. Alright, let's send the boys out. Oh, we just lost another plane. Incoming fire, guys. Go. Get the enemy. Start setting this guy up for a C mission. We'll do the same with this guy. Make sure we spot the enemy wherever the hell he may be. We're actually doing pretty well, guys. We're 22 minutes into this, or 20 minutes. We're doing the second hardest difficulty level out of 3. So I think we're doing okay, to be honest. Hey, how's it going, ID Jester? Hey, man, we heard about everything that went on with you, you know, down south. I hope everything's okay, man. And hope you're doing well. I actually was born around your neck of the woods. I was born in Gainesville, Florida. So I definitely felt, I was glad I wasn't there. You know, now I'm obviously in Italy. But I hope you guys are doing great. And rough storm, man. Rough storm for sure. All All right, we're resuming.
Cobra 703.
That's right. Agrippa's doing better now. You guys, none of you won. Shame on you for betting against me. How dare you guys?
Operational.
Let's go ahead and send this guy up for a search of the other ships. Yeah, we're gonna have to start finding room because we're getting a lot of planes here. I'm gonna move this guy out. Just do a regular air mission.
Falcon 610, mission ready.
Get out of here, son. Go.
Falcon 610, good to go. Launch run ready.
This guy we can send out as well. Hostile submarine detected. We've got to get a look at this thing. We're going to go ahead and load these guys up for submarine warfare. It's going to be a little too close, though. And there we go. Ah, two ships crashing into each other, guys. That's 2 ships down. Count it. 2 ships down. 3 ships down. I mean, there's so much on the runway now, I don't think we can clear it in time. And that might be a 4th explosion. We got lucky, but yeah, it's not looking good for us at all.
Taking damage.
Looking a lot better than what we've done in the past, though. I mean, before we would not last this long on survival mode, so I'm a little proud of myself, just a little bit.
Get
that submarine. This submarine we might actually be able to take out. Get him. Go, go, go. The micromanaging that this game requires is intense. It's definitely the kind of game that people that enjoy micromanaging, or management games in general, are really going to enjoy. I mean, this is the kind of game, it really tests your skills, it really tests your reflexes, and honestly, I think it's one of its strengths. I think it's really neat that a game does this. We're going to send out another chopper here. Oh shit. Oh, we got to get this guy off the runway. Man, here we go. It's going to be a close one. Ooh. It's still going to be a close one. We've got to get this guy off the runway and off of the wire. Another one, guys. Like I told you before, this is a really close call. Get off, son, get off! Oh, that was close. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and target this guy. Queue up. Nope, not an F-18. Actually, yes, it was an F-18. Shame on me. Q.
Mission confirmed.
Let's load this guy up for some amphibious warfare. Take out some terrorists on the ground. Let's get this guy over here. Wow, a lot of ground targets, guys. A lot of ground targets. All right, one down. Let's get the second one. We are definitely hurting the terrorists on the ground, that's for sure.
Tower 149, mission confirmed. Falcon 610, request landing.
As you guys can see, if you have a plane on the elevators, you're not going to be able to really manipulate it. You're not going to be able to add munitions to it or make it battle ready at all. So you want to make sure not to have your planes on the elevators if you can help it, of course. It's definitely something you want to watch out for. So once again, we'll set this guy up for an attack. Enemy warship detected. Shit, we're going to have to go ahead and change these guys up quickly. So let's actually switch this guy to warship attack. Queue up the F-18. Get out, son. Go, go, go. So I believe both of these guys are down for warship duty. Let's go ahead and queue up 2 F-18-5s. Go get him. Ooh! Nasty shot there. I think what you guys should have bet on is how long does Agrippa last. That would have been a much better bet to make. Here we go. So we've got 2 ships, or 2 planes set up to take out this ship. And it would be a big fish, for sure. Getting rid of this guy would be very important. One of our planes is actually pretty badly damaged. So that does worry me a bit.
Angel 842, mission ready.
Alright, hope Angel 842 has better luck than we did.
Be advised, elevator 4 operational.
Let's go ahead and set this guy up for
request landing.
Aerial
inbound to landing.
views. Where the hell did our planes go? Oh my God! Did we send them to the wrong place? This is what happens when you when you're playing really fast. You make mistakes. Now we've also got to send out a rescue party, but I'm pretty sure that ship is going to take us out. Almost certain.
Hostile target detected.
Let's get some red on this guy. Actually, we shouldn't have done that. We could still take a look at the red area from here. Go for it, son. Get out of the way, boys. Oh no, we're taking more damage. And there is a fire on deck. I can definitely confirm that. Alright, once again, he was caught on the hook. Really good news for him. Set this guy up. Now remember, another issue about getting caught on the hook is if you get caught on the hook, or let's say the plane ahead of you gets caught on the hook and he gets off and he's slowly trying to taxi to his particular runway or wherever he's going to stop. If your second plane flies off the hook, he's going to crash right into the back of the first plane, and it doesn't matter how safe your landing was. So even when you're landing planes one after the other, even then you're really leaving yourself open to a lot of possible mistakes. Let's take a look here. ID Jester says, in survival mode, if you make a mistake, it could be very costly, but I'm betting on you, Agrippa. Thanks, man. ID Jester, yeah, it turned out to be bad. Good news is we ended up okay. Yes, man. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay. I'm not sure where you live in that state, but I was born in Gainesville, and really good memories of the place. Hooray, says Damian Narushima. Did Damien win? Who won this? Who won the actual bet? I wonder. We're gonna have to find out. Okay, let's get back to survival.
Goose 552.
Go for the rescue mission. Come on.
Cobra 746 and Q for landing.
We need this guy to stop by fastly. Oh boy, this is going to be serious. We now have to try and take out the ship, and to do that, we need to go ahead and set up for electronic warfare. And if it sounds complex, that's because it definitely is. We'll go ahead and set this guy up for electronic warfare. I really want to try to take that last ship out, but it's not going to be easy. So let's go ahead and do this. Boom, boom, boom. We'll set up. Maybe we need to take 3 F-18s. Oh boy. I was trying to take 2 F-18s and another different kind of F-18. It might not work.
Ready for landing.
Here we go. Here we go. I already messed up. We're going to have to send the sonar plane out first. Let's go for it. Oh no! Oh no! No, they're stuck. We're gonna have to move this guy back, move this guy forward. This is what I told you about moving on deck. It can be a real pain in the ass. No doubt about it. We're gonna still try to destroy that ship, but I don't think there's much hope for it. And that's it, the end! My goodness! We did get a meritorious service medal, and as you can see, it is our new best. 27 minutes, 28 seconds. I think that's pretty damn good, to be honest with you guys. But, of course, I want to know what you guys think. Brandon's in Sarasota area, about 40 miles south of Tampa Bay and 5 miles from the coast. Oh, yeah, man. I definitely know that area. Tampa was about maybe an hour and a half from Gainesville. And I remember my Portuguese grandmother, when she came to visit us in Florida, she would call it Tampalma Bay. She'd be like, let's go to Tampalma Bay. And I'm like, it's Tampa Bay, Grandma. But she didn't know any better. What can you do? Here we go. All right, so we're going to head to the main menu, guys. I do want to show off a few parts of this game that maybe some of you haven't seen yet. So namely, the game does have a campaign mode. And of course, you start in the North Atlantic. You do have a ranking system here in the lower left corner. So as you start to complete missions, you not only unlock zones to fight in, but you also unlock certain officer classes. You definitely need to go through this because this campaign teaches you so much about the game to help you survive in survival mode and quick play mode. So I definitely recommend jumping through. Most of the time, it has you accomplish pretty rudimentary tasks, especially in the first stages of these campaigns. But once you start getting out of the North Atlantic and into other areas, you start to realize that the campaign is actually quite a challenge. Once you get into the South Atlantic, the Mediterranean, and don't even get me started about the missions in the Arctic, some of the most frustrating missions to start, but enjoyable missions to actually finish and complete. We have Quick Game, And this allows you to basically go ahead and defeat a group of enemy waves to try and get a victory. We are going to go ahead and take Lieutenant, which is the easiest setting, and see if we can survive 12 waves of enemy ships. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do, set this guy up to take a look at the situation out at sea. So we're basically setting these guys up to search for enemy planes, ships, etc. I'm going to go ahead and set these submarines up as well. Arm this guy with some anti-air weapons, and we'll arm this guy with some anti-ocean weapons. And let's go ahead and launch these guys at fairly the same time. I kind of want to see them leave all at once. So we'll go ahead, we'll get the air mission up first, queue it up.
407,
We'll get
ready.
the naval mission up second, queue it up.
Dragonfly 479er, mission prep.
And we will get the submarine mission up third. And this really is a search for submarines. 2, 3.
Mission prep.
There we go, 3 beauties launching. Get out of here, boys. Wow, that is beautiful. Just seeing those guys sort of leveling off as they're leaving. It just shows me how brave guys that fly these kind of planes are. I mean, this is not easy. Let's jump down as well. I'm going to start bringing down these elevators and start bringing up some more equipment, namely these guys. I'm not sure if we're going to need them, but you never know, and better be safe than sorry. So we're going to bring these guys up. I'll bring some more F-18s up as well. Come on, let's go, lads. And as you can see, this is a much easier mode to mess around with your planes. It's not nearly as complex as survival. So I would recommend for starters, first of all, do the campaign mode. And then after you do the campaign mode, or even a little bit of the campaign mode, you want to jump into quick game. See how long you last there. See if you can beat it. If you can, congratulations. Then go on to survival. But I would definitely caution against it. At least initially. There we go. Hostile submarine.
Hawk 370.
Go hunting,
mission
son.
prep. Hostile aircraft detected. Hawk 370, mission prep. Hawk 370, good to go. Launch when ready.
Go get them, boys. 11 waves left. Now, as you can probably imagine, these waves get progressively more difficult as you go along, as you play the game. But, you know, it does take time. We've got a chopper coming in for landing. Let's bring him in. And let's arm this guy with some anti-air weaponry. We've already got 2 guys with anti-ship weaponry. I figure we might as well go ahead and keep this guy on anti-air duties. And as I mentioned before, but I want to mention it again, because it's something that actually really screwed me up when I first started playing this game. If you have units on the elevators, and the elevators are basically these locations, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, where you see the arrows going up and down, you won't be able to arm your plane. So don't even try. It's just a waste of your time. You're much better off going ahead and getting these guys off the elevators, arming them then, and worrying about the situation. Because you're just not going to be very effective. It's that simple. Bring this guy in. Come on. Do it, boy. And we're going to drop him here. And let's go after that enemy plane. Think you can mess with the USS Ronald Reagan? You are absolutely wrong, my friend. Sending him out. There she goes. Bring this guy in. And just watch that. See if he can get caught there on the wires. Yep.
Hostile warship detected. Dragonfly
Oh boy.
267.
We've got a hostile warship, but we are prepared for this bastard.
Mission ready.
Let's bring this guy in as well. This is our searcher.
Raven 178, clear for launch.
Go for it. Whoa! Now, as you can see there, he missed the hook, guys. So he was one of the few that does miss the hook. It happens. And it happens even on a real aircraft carrier. So when you miss the hook, you better hope you don't have any planes in front of you or you're crashing. Luckily, if you miss the hook in most cases, most of the time the pilot knows he's going to miss it because of the speed he's approaching the runway at, so he takes off again. But if you don't know if you're going to miss the hook, or even worse, if you hit the hook and it pushes your nose down, which can happen, the nose of your plane, you're crashing anyway. So the hook is definitely one of those things that I think needs to be used, but needs to be used with extreme caution, if that makes sense. Got some beautiful EC2s coming in very, very soon here. Arm this guy up for submarine warfare. Let's put him over here with the other plane. Now our big boys are coming in. I want to have a spot for them, so I'm actually going to go ahead and send 2 guys out on particular missions here to just go ahead and search the area. Now once again, these are not the planes you should be using for an aerial search, but in this case we're going to do just that. So let's boom, Q.
Badger 758, mission prep. Zebra 746,
Go searching, boys. Gotta get this guy out for a search as well. And now we've got our big boys coming in for the landing, guys. This is where I always get nervous.
Cover 818, good mission ready. Hostile submarine detected.
Oh boy, we got a hostile sub.
Roadhog 7.
Go get him, boys.
Mission confirmed.
All right, bring in the next big boy here, and we're going to go ahead and load these guys up. And look at that, another submarine incoming, guys. And this one, we're going to need 2 helicopters to take it down. Wonder if we have any helicopters below deck. We probably do. I see one. Let's see if we can get there in time. Get this guy up.
Yankee 244, mission initiated.
Get one helicopter out, but it doesn't look like we're going to get them all out at the same time. This is going to be a tough one.
Roadhog 736, mission confirmed. Numbers 412, request landing.
Come on, bring them down, bring them down. We've got 2 choppers incoming. If we can load them up really quickly, we can take out this thing. And it looks like, yep, for sure, this guy took some damage. Let's go ahead and load him up with armaments, though. Hostile warship is on the move. We'll go ahead and try and intercept this guy. And at the same time, we'll go ahead and send this guy out to hunt for that, for other hostile warships, I should say. Come on, boys, come on. Go get him. I think we can get this this large submarine, guys. It would be a huge win. We just got the ship. Really cool. Let me go ahead and set this guy up for a launch.
Hostile submarine detected. 736, mission confirmed. Spare 479, mission prep.
That should have killed the damn... What happened? Is it possible we missed the sub? I think we had to have missed the sub. That is unfortunate, guys. We were doing so well. Unfortunately, we did miss the sub. And we have to go on a rescue mission now. So I see what happened. One of our helicopters fell off the carrier, probably from getting hit by enemy fire. And because of that, we weren't able to send out 2 to take out that extra strong sub. And even right now, we need to bring in 1 for a rescue mission. There we go. Oh, he missed it. He missed the hook. He missed the hook too. That's not good. When you have 2 planes miss the hook at once, you know you've got a problem on your hands, because they're going to have to land eventually. So now you've just made yourselves, or you've made your job 10 times harder. Let's make sure we get this guy queued. Get out of here. Go for it. Come on, come on. Get here before the other plane gets here.
Hostile aircraft detected.
We've got another hostile aircraft. Move this guy up. Send this guy out for his rescue mission. And bring this guy down in his place. Now, I would caution you to be very careful when doing rescue missions and landing a chopper at the same time another one is taking off. As you could probably imagine, not a smart idea. Not a smart idea at all. Be very careful with your helicopters. And we got this guy.
Panther 166 inbound to landing.
Let's bring her in.
Coverage 18, ready for landing.
right, guys. Well, as we're getting to the end of the stream, slowly but surely, we do want you guys to check out our 2 channels. So, Cheeto, if you could share with them, of course, the Matrix Games channel and the Slytherin Games channel for YouTube. We really do want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to those things as best you can. It means a lot to us, and obviously share them with your friends. Share these Twitch channels with your friends. It looks like every time we come back, our channel grows a little bit more. So things are going well, but they can always be going better, and that's totally up to you guys supporting us. Let's see if we can't go ahead. Maybe we'll finish off the last wave here and see if we can't accomplish it. I think we could start a bet right now. Will Agrippa finish the waves successfully? Let's see if anybody wants to take that bet. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to arm these guys with air units. Arm these guys with ocean units. Ocean units is not the correct military term, as you've probably imagined. Let's arm this guy up for submarine seeking. We'll put this guy over here. We still got these guys in the sky, so they should pretty much be able to watch our backs for a good while. We should have been setting these guys up. And I'm actually going to keep one on sea rescue duty just in case. You never know when one of our guys is going to go down, so I want to be prepared for that. I also love seeing the crew sort of working on the choppers, making sure everything is running properly, getting them ready for takeoff. Let's get this guy out.
Hostile warship detected.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen.
Nighthawk 205, mission initiated. Nighthawk 205 to go. Clear to launch.
Get out of here. Don't crash into this F-16, or F-18, excuse me. F-16 is pretty old at this point.
Falcon 689 to go.
Although a good friend of the U.S. during the Cold War, the F-18 is definitely the new standard here. Here we go. Go get them, boys.
Jackal 272, inbound to landing.
All right, we've got another one of these beautiful planes coming in. And of course, we're going to arm this guy up with some air war armaments. That's what he was doing before. That's what he's going to keep on doing. And there we go. Completed the level. It is a victory. Here we go, guys. Beautiful. So 5 stars for the Petty Officer 3rd Class. I hope some of you guys supported me on this one. Oh, thank you so much as well on that, Musa. I appreciate it. Musa also shared my channel. Thanks, man. And, of course, I'll put up the Matrix channel. Give me 1 second. So we've got Matrix. We've got Slytherin. These are, of course, the company's 2 channels, Matrix and Slytherin. And depending on what kind of strategy games you like, you might like one or the other. But, honestly, I think both of our channels are just extremely entertaining. And I would say Matrix probably has more of an emphasis on like hardcore strategy, whereas Slytherin has a little more emphasis on just straightforward strategy, but really it's a mix of both. Put this here. Never double. Well, you guys tried at least with the betting. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. It was an awesome idea. I hope you guys did enjoy watching some Carrier Deck. We had a pretty good viewing here, and I thank you guys for that. Thank you, Muso, as always, for moderating the stream. And thanks, everybody, for just stopping by. We're going to be doing another stream tomorrow, I believe. I'm going to need to get a look at the calendar. I don't know if Muso can see it. But we'll be doing another stream tomorrow and a stream on Friday and a very special stream on Monday. We can't give any more information than that right now. But it's going to be interesting, and I hope to see you guys there. So as always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for following us. And I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome day. Ciao.